Hi, guys. Welcome to Dungeons and Randomness. You're listening to episode 4 of Group Packbound. Before we get to the episode, I just want to stop for, a little bit and just say, check out our website, andrpodcast.com. You'll find all the information, links to all our social media stuff like Instagram, Twitter, whatever you like. And check out our Discord because that's where everybody all goes to talk about DNR and Dungeons and Dragons and fun stuff. So join us because we're really friendly and we'd love to have you. Also, Patreon. We have so much great content on there, just hours. You can just go on a drive, listen to us ramble behind the scenes, listen to our epic games. They're really fun. We get so silly and weird. So please check us out. Before we get to the episode, as a recap, last time Zozo got a fancy shiny that did fireworks, and Roger was a good boy. Enjoy the show.
Let's do that thing where we go around the table and introduce ourselves. I'm Jason. I'm the Dungeon Master. Oh, it feels good to say Dungeon Master again. Everybody out there, Dungeon Master. Say it with me.
No.
Dungeon Master. Sorry. Going around the table, starting with Mandy.
Stop it.
Okay.
Hi, guys. Jason's mean. I'm Mandy, and I play Clover, the lucky dragonborn.
I think that's
Red
promoting
dragonborn.
a hostile work environment if I continue to do that. Then I'll have to talk to HR. And Ryan G. You
I should unmute. I'm professional, remember? We've only been in kind of COVID meetings for how long now? But I'm Ryan G. I play Kriv. He's now like a little naturey paladin.
It's getting harder to remember the before times, by the way. And Xavier.
Hello, I'm Xavier, and I play Zozo, the brooding, dark, and mysterious dragonborn.
And leader.
And leader, yes, sorry.
And last and certainly not least, Ryan H.
Dungeon Master. Oh, that is fun. Thank you.
Dungeon. You got to really like if you like. Let's say okay, you want to take your tongue around the block when you do it, so it's like Dungeon Master. You know what I mean? A little bit of that. You know? Okay, hold on. Here we go.
Dungeon Master.
Oh, that's almost that. Oh
No.
that's good. That's there's a little grudge in there. I could hear the little kid from the Grudge a little bit. Okay, good.
I was targeting that. Anyway,
Yeah.
the person that has that voice that you just heard, that isn't Jason, is me. I'm Ryan, the other one, and I'll be playing Olmo, the big hammery dragonborn.
We have a new leader in this little ragtag pack-bound group, and this new leader has fancy new gauntlets. They are in your inventory, by the way. Don't you worry.
I saw them.
Good. Not that you'll need them, I'm sure, but you guys are still on the road here, and I'll bring up a map for you in just a few moments. But okay, for everybody out there who wasn't here originally, is it just back to the mountain with you guys? Like you're pretty much making a beeline, but you're stopping in a couple of places like Aldmore and stuff like that?
It's been a while, but if I recall correctly, Zozo pushed upon the party that we're going to Uman'Yiro to find out how to break the spell first before going to the mountains.
As he called it, Magic City.
Magic City. In 5e, Zozo has a -1 in Arcana now, so
Oh, no.
I think that's very fitting.
Did we encounter the shiny firework thing just outside of Whitehedge, or has it been a couple of days of travel? Because we did do a travel die. I just wasn't sure if it was like.
Yeah,
after-
this was a little bit north of Whitehedge. Like this is after you guys have been traveling. I try to put that stuff towards the end of the travel so you don't have to. It doesn't get too tedious for you guys.
So what day is today then, Jason? So I can my notes.
The date, or how many days have you been on the road?
Both.
Date. No, both. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
I love pulling the map up.
So we have entered the month of Thorum, and you are on the 3rd. So we're coming up on the first day of fall. So it's going to start to get a little chillier out here. So you guys are you're less than a day outside. There's a cat. You're less than a day outside of Aldmore, which is a quaint little town. Lots of Warforged live in there right now. There's some big people there proposing more Warforged rights, that type of thing. They can be a little aggressive, but Warforged can be a little aggressive. That's just their thing. I need a travel die of some sort.
I've had my run, so someone else, feel free to do it.
I mean, if you really want to get a little jiggy with it, I could roll.
Go for it.
Wait.
Get the rust off.
Let's back that up. Hold on a second.
It's going to be a spicy roll.
And,
I mean, you know my luck.
yeah, but the way you chose to.
Well, who knows? Maybe we're gonna get a crit. We're gonna stumble into a party.
No,
don't know.
I agree. This is Ryan's moment. He should go for the full D20, and nothing can go wrong.
We're keeping that multiple dice choice system, right? For
Yes,
the
of
travel
course.
die?
Of course.
Right.
It's too good, right?
Okay.
It's so good.
So here's the way that works. If you did want to say, hey, I don't want to have to do another travel die for this long, right? Each one of these is worth about 8 hours of travel. If you roll a d20, that's a week of solid travel, and you can cash that in whenever you like. So it's like you're playing Pokemon and you're in the cave and you use repel and none of those Zubats are going to get on you. It's just like that.
Oh,
But if you fuck that up at any point, I can throw something real nasty at you.
okay. So what we only have, you said, like a day of travel.
Yeah.
So what would be the most relevant die for me to roll?
Get us there, Kriv. Don't embarrass yourself.
Zozo.
I've already done
yourself.
that.
To me, the only way you're going to shake off that stigma of being, and pardon the expression, a loser, is if you take a big swing. If you take a big swing and then knock it out of the park, right? No one's going to care if you bunt, right? If you come out and you, it's like, oh, he didn't do poorly.
If
at
it scores
bunting.
the winning point, though,
You're a hero. If you don't, then the meme lives on.
But that said, if you set up for a marathon when you're running a sprint, well, that's just wasteful.
I do want to say that carries over. So, like, what I was trying to say is you have about 12 hours of travel, and then you get there. So you're looking at like a D6, right? Anything beyond that, you just get to spend. So you're obviously not going to stop after Aldmore, so you're going to keep going. So we just use up all the rest of that travel die.
Okay.
So just to look at where you're going to be, you have Aldmore, and then it's a long way up to Uman'Yiro. And in that, you'll find there were some hired goons. They have moved on, but you will find some very large creatures about halfway up. Trolls, a couple of hill giants, that type of thing.
Trolls? Okay. Well, our leader said go for it, right? So
I mean, I also said calculated maneuvers and risk assessment from a wise leader.
Guys.
Okay, let's get us to Aldmore first. So let's just do the D6.
Sure.
Let's get there.
Then it's warp speed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
It'll
I
be
don't hate
great.
that.
Sure.
What could happen
So,
in Butcher's Bay?
Let's at least make it to Aldmore today.
So that's a 2.
It's a
My
D6.
luck continues.
What's-
Out of a
it's not a
D6,
D6.
I roll a 2.
What's the worst that could happen?
Really? You're going to say that with Jason here?
It's a
It's a
6.
D6.
It's not. It's a
Things
D6.
couldn't
It's
And it
possibly
fine.
wasn't a
get
1.
any worse.
So, you guys are going to be making your way along, and it's kind of a deserted road. You're just north of Knoll country. So, behind you is something to look out for, right? So, there's Knoll country, and there's just below that it's unicorn country. Unicorns don't care about you guys. None of you are elves. Hate elves. But gnolls are. They're like scavengers. They'll pick on parties that they think they can take out. Bunch of dragonborn from afar. They're probably like, I don't want to. I'm fine. But careening around this bend is just a bunch of horses connected to a cart. There are 4 horses, and you could tell they're panicked, right? They're scared. And this cart seems to be out of control by the way the man on top is screaming at the horses to stop. And these horses are not listening. So he's like pulling on the reins and stuff like that. And these, so they're coming around a bend, which is kind of to your left, and it goes kind of off a beaten path, and it's heading straight toward you guys. And at the last minute, these guys are going to like just pull a little bit, and these horses are going to miss you, but kind of slam into this watery ditch, and there is this foul smelling liquid that is going to just douse Zozo and Kriv. Like, absolutely drench you guys head to toe. And what can I get a nature check from you guys just to like?
Of course.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if your characters would know this with a 9 and a 10, but gnolls are territorial creatures. And what they like to do is they like to scent the roads nearby their stalking grounds with a very potent urine spray. And what they'll do is they'll do things like eat potent foods. Like imagine they just loaded up on asparagus all week and then came by, and then it's like our road. Like that's how they communicated that. So sometimes it mixes with rain, and it chemically it's heavier. It's denser than the rain, so when you stir it up, it's kind of like a mixture of old fish and egg farts, and you know what I mean, and a healthy diet. So it's all in there.
I'm stuck on the Knoll asparagus fields, just like there's a Knoll farmer out there. Well, it's honest work, making the asparagus for the Markins.
It's okay. I did this to us because I couldn't tell between Bill Pullman and Bill Paxton. This is all my fault.
I forgot that's what undid you. I forget, like Pillman, Paxton, Pullman. Yeah, like I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
Clooney too.
And thank you, Harrison Ford, apparently.
So the axle is going to just snap on this cart, and the back end of the cart is going to start to drag into the dirt, and eventually it's going to slow everything down, and the guy's going to several dozen yards down the road here is going to finally get these horses to stop and to just kind of like jump off and like, here there, oh, easy. And a woman is going to hop out of the back of this carriage and make sure all of you are okay. Can I get a perception check from everyone, please?
Here we go. Oh, man. Is my 16 okay?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
A bunch of 14s.
Yeah. Everyone but Kriv. Kriv is really smelly
I'm covered
right
in
now.
piss.
Yeah.
I'm deaf, covered in piss.
Markings. You're covered in markings. It's so much classier.
I mean, let's be honest. Let's call it what it is.
You're
It's
a
been
knoll
an
now. You belong to the
embarrassing-
gnolls.
It's
Embarrassing arc for Kriv.
a result of the Knoll farms.
Everyone has it's been embarrassing since January for me. Like I looked up and it's May. Like it's fine. It's gonna get better. Sometimes you just gotta get covered in piss. We all do. Like it's fine.
What aren't you telling us, Jason?
Life has been pissing on me since January. That's what I'm trying to say. But I was trying to be like metaphorical.
Okay.
And I smell, but that's just an excuse.
I used up the R. Kelly joke last session, so I can't do that again.
No, take it back.
Is it ever a bad time for an
It's
R.
always
Kelly
a bad
joke?
time for an R. Kelly joke. Maybe
That's
10
fine.
years ago was a good time for it, I guess.
Anywho, this woman is going to kind of take off running, and she is dressed pretty damn fancy. Like this is some like fine clothing she's wearing. If you had to guess, like she's pretty well off, and if you were unscrupulous folk, it would probably be pretty dangerous for her to be out here like stopping a vehicle and then coming to check on, you know what I mean? Like if you guys were bandits, like she'd be, and she's going to come running up. So she has like shoulder length auburn hair, kind of like wavering behind her. And she's a tiefling. She is going to come running up to you guys. Is everyone okay? I'm so sorry. We lost control of the horses. Something spooked them in the canyons. Is everyone all right? And then she's going to see Zozo and Kriv. Oh, God, did we do that? I'm so sorry.
Of course I'm okay. Of course I'm okay. Doesn't bother me at all.
Oh, he can't answer you. He's deaf.
I'm okay.
No, he can hear. The other guy can.
Yeah,
Right.
Kriv's just gonna be probably coughing and like trying to look at everything. His arms kind of up in the air, looking at everything that's coated in markings.
So she's going to, when you say that he's deaf, she's going to bust out perfect sign language, like absolute, like perfect, like without missing a beat. It's like, oh, and she's going to bust out, and then she's going to take out this tiny little handkerchief.
I don't know that dance move.
She's going to take out this tiny little handkerchief from her sleeve and then hand it to Kriv. More as a gesture than it's like just kind of telling you, get your face. Like it's.
He'll take it and at least like get his face and then like go to hand it back and then just kind of look at it and kind of like just put it in his pocket and then bring out his notebook. What is this? And then he's going to turn it around and show it.
And she's gonna sign back to you. It's a handkerchief. Like I have it on me for if I start to perspire or something. But again, she's signing to you. I don't believe Kriv knows any sign language. Like no reason to up until now. And she's waiting for you to sign back. And she's gonna look over to Olmo. Is your friend okay? Like, did I offend him?
What? Oh, you got it right in the book.
She's deeply confused at this point.
Oh, we're all confused. That's great. I don't know. Are your hands okay? They keep doing this stuff. Is that a dance?
Clover starts to try and mimic, like, I like this dance. This is great.
Right? It looks so cool.
Your friend's deaf. How do you talk to him if he doesn't know? He doesn't know any signs?
Oh, yeah.
Nothing?
Well, what we do is at first we start to talk. Then we remember he can't hear us. So then we start to yell. Then we remember that doesn't matter at all. And so we just write it out. And if it's important, we underline it. Sometimes like 3 times. Yeah. That's what we do. He's been deaf for like just a few days. It like just happened.
Okay, who cares about this old derelict dragonborn? What scared you? What's this threat that could scare these powerful horses? I can take care of that.
I think it was a snake. It was in the path, wrong place, wrong time. I apologize deeply. My driver's taking care of the wheel now, and we'll be back on the road. If you want us to give you a ride, we absolutely can.
Oh, that'd be
Where's
great.
the snake?
I'll help with the wheel. I'm gonna go help with that.
What kind of snake? Can I have the snake?
Can I have the snake?
I don't know what kind of snake it was. I'll be honest. I don't really know a lot about wildlife, but it was in the canyons, probably a half mile back. If you're interested, I would be careful.
And so Clover's going to look at Olmo. Can I go get the snake?
I mean, from what you're saying, it's pretty far. I know, but I'm pretty sure there will be other snakes. And finding the same one that did this, probably really tricky. I mean, who knows? There's probably. I mean, I want you to have that snake, but who knows? That snake might be long gone from where they found. Maybe the snake was scared too and ran off and scared a bunch of other party members and spilled something on them.
Yeah. So do I get the feeling that none of you care about the mission we're on? do I get the feeling that there's nothing in it for you except going back home?
What are we doing again?
Oh, jeez.
I think you're having a bad day because you just had the thing spilled on you. I
Yeah,
mean,
don't worry about smelly things. I used to step in smelly things all the time, and Mom would make me take like 10 baths and it wouldn't go away, but it didn't really hurt.
but this is going to be great because we'll help this nice lady. Hello, nice lady. We'll help the nice lady. What's your name?
It's Serena. Hi.
Serena. Hi, Serena. What pleasure. Hi, I'm Omo. Serena, we're gonna help Serena with her cart, and I'm gonna help her get it fixed up real nice, and then she's gonna give us a ride to Umanuro.
Well,
Meanwhile,
I was heading. I was heading to Brightport. We can
wrong way. Yeah.
Yeah, you could tell. Like now, she's like, oh shit, that was a miscommunication. We can go to Umanuro. We can take a few days.
That would be so super nice of you. We would appreciate that so much.
At this point,
actually.
she's going to kind of bend down and like pet Roger. Like Roger seems to be the most stable of the party so far. Like Roger's making the best impression. Roger
nice.
didn't get spooked, didn't get splashed, and just kind of sitting there, just like chewing something, but like unidentifiable.
You guys handle this. I'm gonna help fix that wheel. I need to actually go do the thing I said I was gonna do, so I'm gonna go do that. And he goes to help fix the wheel.
Meanwhile,
He has mending.
Kriv's over there, and he's like taking off whatever layers he can without just being too revealing, and then puts it like kind of like wraps it in on itself and makes like the little hobo sack of it, to where he wraps it to where there's like a little handle, and then he puts it around his pike and he kind of sets it over, and he goes to start walking and figures out that nobody's walking. So he takes his notebook out and he writes mission, and he tears it out, crumbles it up, throws it at Zozo, and then turns around and starts walking down the road.
Serena will try to like flag you down, but Serena's wearing mostly white. Like this is the worst type
brave.
of. Yeah, well, so she's wearing like layers. She has like a deep red cloak on over this, and she's gonna take it off because she feels the most bad for you, because you're clearly disabled, but like newly so, and the more time she's spending around you, it's like, oh, you guys are so ill-equipped to deal with this. This is terrible. So she's going to kind of like almost white guy jog up to you and just kind of like, because it's very apologetic, because like white guys are just naturally apologetic, because we know what we did, but like it's my that's a joke, everyone out there. It's a joke. So she's going to kind of like come up to you and like offer this cloak. It's like, do you, if you're cold, it's just like a chill. And she's going to like try to like try to like just act it out for you and hand you this thing.
He'll take it and then do like a little, I don't know, like whatever, like a little bow or something, like a head nod, something to show that he's appreciative. And kind of like wrap it around to him and then keep walking.
Let him go. He forgot I'm in charge. So we'll pick him up when we pass him by.
I bet he just has to go pee. So, yeah. But he got a cool cloak. That's really nice.
It seems like you guys are on some, like you said, a mission? Were you hired by someone? I just feel terrible about what happened. Is there anything we can do to help you out besides the ride, obviously?
What do you know about magic?
Well, I mean, my father trades in magical goods pretty often. What exactly. It's a really broad field.
We're looking for something to break an enchantment spell on someone extremely powerful.
Well, my father mostly deals in regents and personalized spell casting, but he might know something about it. He lives in Brightport, though. I could send word, and we can have a letter delivered. You said you were going to Umaniro?
Umaniro, the magic city.
We definitely have ties there. Well, my father has ties there, but I can get something delivered if you need it. But I'd need more specifics. I'm afraid it's very specific, and if you don't get these things right, you could do a lot more harm than good.
He looks around at the party, looks back at Serena. I don't trust you yet, but maybe later.
There's gonna be like kind of a, like, you see it on her face just for an instant. Like, you could tell she's very diplomatic, or used to being very diplomatic. So just for a second, it's like, rude. And then like she comes right back with, it's like, that's understandable. It looks like you're having a really tough time out here. What if I may have something in the cart, and I have to warn you, I am not an expert spellcaster, but we may have something that could help your friend with his hearing loss. You said this happened recently.
Yes. I don't know if he's earned it yet. Let's not say anything to him about it.
You don't know if he's earned hearing?
He's been very embarrassing. Okay, what you got?
She almost, it's like, you smell like piss, but like she doesn't. She's just like, all right. And then she's going to just give me a moment and let me talk to Oliver, my driver, and I'll see what I can do. Ma'am, are you okay? You're very quiet. Well-meaning, but quiet. You two are traveling together on purpose?
Oh, you're talking to Clover?
Yeah.
Oh, so Clover kind of lost the thread of the conversation about quarter of the way through, and has been turning around being like, there might be a snake closer. And she's been kind of looking, just like, huh. Oh, and then so when she's acknowledged, she's like, oh, hi. What? And hug?
Wow. Okay. So okay, she'll stop the thread of questioning right after that. And it's like, okay, and then hug, and she's gonna look at Zozo. It's like, I'll see if I could find something for her too. Just give me time, okay? And she's going to get ready and go back to her. I think I have something for head wounds. Just give me a little time to sort through.
Clover's like, do I get a cloak too? Because I would rock a cloak. I'm just like, Zozo, I'm really excited about this.
Zozo crosses his arms. He kind of tries to act as like he's not cleaning off at all. He's just trying to act as if it doesn't bother him at all now. He's just
like a cat
piss?
who fell off of something, and it's like meant to do that.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Yeah, exactly. At this point, yeah, it stays on until something takes it off.
So sometime later, this cart is going to be fixed up, probably around like 25, 30 minutes, somewhere in there. It's going to be fixed up enough to hobble back to Brightport, but that's not where you're going. And she explains that to the driver, and the driver's going to get a little upset, it appears, like just kind of like, no, like almost like he's telling her how things are going to be a little bit. And you could tell she's like not begging, but like making a case for it. It's like, it's the right thing to do, blah, 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 blah. And at a certain point, she is going to come back and firstly pull Olmo aside. I really want to thank you. Oliver would never admit it, but he really appreciated the help with the wagon. And seriously, it's so nice of you to help when we splashed some of your party, and we could have really hurt somebody. So I'm going to give you a little Good Samaritan gift, if that's okay.
Oh, that's super. You know, I really this feels good, actually. You know, you offer to help me, I help you. You offer to help me. Now I feel like I'm gonna have to think of something else to help you out. And it's just, boy, I could just kind of keep on going for. You know what? I'm getting ahead of things. Sure. What are you thinking?
She is going to kind of stealthily slip something in your hand. You know, like when like in movies or something, someone like shakes somebody's hand but slips them a 20, that type of thing.
No, I don't do drugs. No. It's
no.
money. Oh, that's fine. Okay.
So if you're ever in Brightport and you're either near the lower quarter or the manor houses in the north, that coin will get you pretty much whatever you need. But just be a little discreet about where you use that. My father would very much appreciate it, and thank you.
Discreet. And then he takes a good look at the coin.
So this thing's made of platinum. And it's like a big silver dollar, like a big chunky thing with this fancy C emblazoned on it, like it's stamped into it. Like this is like a minted coin. It is, yeah. It's for thick with several. Such a stupid fucking joke. And she's as like Clover's walking by, but ma'am, I found this. It's a little ratty, so it only works a little bit, but it's worth well over 500 gold, and I think it can help you with your problem. And she hands it over, and it's this it's this gorgeous like white bandana type of thing with gold trim that ties off in the back.
Oh, and Clover will immediately put on. It's like, this is beautiful. Olmo, do I look pretty?
Oh, you are always the prettiest. Every day.
She is going to give Serena a hug, a dusty hug, because she has been digging around for beautiful flowers, quote unquote, and she will hand a bushel, like a what do you call it, bouquet of them, they are weeds, to Serena and be like, I got these. I know you've had some bad luck with your box thing that moves, but here, and I got this for you.
Wow. Can you do me a favor and roll a flat D20, please?
Box thing that moves.
20.
Box things that move.
That's so good.
So, as you give her a hug, and she's the second hug, she's a little more like, oh, sure, I'll hug you, but it's very, it's like she's hugging a Make-A-Wish kid. Like, it's like, you poor thing. Like, and then into your head is going to spring 500 ways to track elk, cook them, survive off of elk. Like, you know everything about elk specifically, but just it like Bear Grylls level shit. It's like, well, if you know, like it's just gonna pop into your head.
You just had the Bubba Gump moment.
Yes, it's so what this bandana is It's a bandana of intelligence. But it only works for a very slender thing, which means one skill for the entire day you are now super trained in. Like, you get Rain Man moments of like, but you don't get to control what skill that is each day. It just happens to you.
Right.
That's amazing.
That is
So like
great.
one day you might wake up and you are a fucking surgeon. Like you're super trained in, it's like, well, that's what we need to do. We need to stabilize the neck and dope like you just, but like it's slipped in with all the other clover shit. Like it's just there. It's just part of it.
Omo, I want elk for dinner.
Oh, okay.
There are approximately 3.2
What?
in this area based on the
Oh.
weather, and I
Oh.
think I can track it.
What's the point two? Oh no! Wait. Then you see like a pair of
Also,
legs run into the bushes. Like it's
Yep.
just.
Zozo looks at Serena and says, I think your rag made her worse.
Give it time. It's just it. I think it'll help in the long run. Like she's very. We should get going because it's going to be dark soon. So let's pile into the wagon and we'll turn around and get going.
Zozo rides on top. And I'm sure nobody wants Zozo inside too, so.
Honestly,
yeah,
it might
no.
air you out a little bit, right? Like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably a really good idea. Yeah.
It's the smart thing to do.
Meanwhile, Kriv's 30 minutes down the road,
We'll catch
mumbling
up.
to himself.
And like, if we actually do catch up to Kriv, Zozo's just gonna yell, "Get in, loser!"
And he can't hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the worst.
When they do kind of pull up, he'll put two and two together, like, okay, well, I gotta climb in, but he'll sit at like the very back and just kind of hold on, not trying to get his stink in other people's personal bubbles.
Please don't get your stink in my bubble. I'd really appreciate if you didn't.
Keep your stink out our bubble. I imagine Olmo has like this little loot that he's just kind of like, since he can just kind of chill out, he's just kind of plucking at it, and it's not quite as well tuned as it should be, but like it's better tuned than it was any other time you may have heard him plucking at it. It's okay, I think I'm figuring this out. Oh, I just said it.
Can I get a perception check from everybody but Kriv, please? Can't fail if you don't roll it.
That's true. That's a safe way to do it.
Oh, these are Olmo and Clover are probably going to pick up some of this. So Serena's riding up front with Oliver, and you could tell that they're talking, and at times it's a little like hushed whisper type of thing, not like angry like couple arguing, but like more it's just like, yeah, you know, like just kind of like you can tell he's doing this under duress type of thing, where it's like, man, we almost crashed, and now you want to go in the opposite direction for days, and then, you know, he's not really into the charity side of this. You're kind of picking that up, and he keeps referencing, it's like your father's going to be absolutely infuriated with me, like he's going to take it out on me if I don't, you know, that type of thing. But as night falls, you guys are going to be cresting over a hill and riding into Aldmore, which is a pretty quaint small town, very log cabiny, very kind of everyone knows each other type of thing. It's almost an extremely large camp, if anything. There are these really big guard towers that are over a lot of the treetops, and that's because this place is right on the edge of Bandits' Rest, and it is not uncommon for, you know, thieves, desperate people, wanted individuals to come bleeding into the camp and just trying to take shit, like little supply runs they call it. So it is not uncommon to hear these people be spotted, and there's little skirmishes, and it's yeah. So if you hear that while you're here, don't be alarmed. It's fine.
I don't hear anything.
Yeah. So Serena's going to get out and kind of stretch and pull Oliver aside, and Oliver's going to get ready and take the horses around to a stable and get them checked in, and she's going to give you money to stay in a place. This is just regular gold. But how can I put this? It's probable that she either doesn't know what regular items cost, or she's used to staying at better places than you.
How much could a banana cost?
Exactly. $10? Like, it's just, so she's going to hand you like 50 gold, and that's an absurd amount to find lodging for the night. Absolutely. These people wouldn't be able to live if that's what, you know what I mean? But she's like, that should get you a nice enough place, I think.
Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah. Oh, it will absolutely get, it'll get us a nice enough place, for sure.
Are you going to stay with us? We can have a sleepover.
Oh, my cousin has the best sleepovers. Have you ever played Catch and Crunch?
Yes. I can teach you. It's really fun.
And she's going to look around. You could tell instantly whatever she thought was going to be in this town is not here. So that look of like, okay, have you ever been riding a bus, or like you're relying on like an Uber driver or something like that, and you tell them it's like, yeah, this exit's fine, and then you get off and you realize, I have no fucking idea where I am, but there's that proud part of your brain that goes, this is fine, I'm fine, and they could tell you don't know where you are, and they go, are you sure? It's like, Harlem, this is great, and you just fucking get out, and then like, yeah, that's kind of the look on her face right now, as she's looking around and she's like,
are you okay?
I was looking for the individual rented manor houses. I don't.
Aldmore.
Do they not have this? Is that a faux pas? Did they not have that here?
I mean, I don't know if it was a faux pas or not, but there's not really rentable houses. The inn over here has some rooms you could rent.
You mean like a single room?
Yes, you could probably get your own room. You can definitely afford it, from what I can tell. If you wanted more room, you could probably rent out the barn. Barns sometimes have a really nice loft. It's got all kinds of hay, super comfy.
Hay is super comfy.
It's so comfy.
Zozo kind of like walks by, stretches like with his hand behind his head, like, yeah, or if you want some more room, you can do like me and sleep under the stars. The only way to sleep well.
I'll be honest. I don't think that we're going to be able to get you and Kriv rooms anyway right now, the way you guys smell. We probably need to find a way to wash you off.
I'll handle that in the morning. I'll find a nice spot for myself and Roger, and you handle your fancy manners, madam.
Well, wait.
Roger wants to come with us and Serena.
She's going to kind of grab Olmo's arm, like, but in like an excited, it's like, oh, you know what you're doing. No, this is a great idea. I've never been camping before. I know that's weird. I've never done it. So if you go camping, I would love to try that. We just we can't let Oliver know. Just let him think I've got a room or a house or whatever they have.
But because it's your first time, maybe we camp just a little bit outside of town, right? That way, if it starts raining super hard, like uncomfortably hard, then you can go where the rain won't hurt your face, because I hear it does that to people that don't have scales.
Of course, I'm sure they have people with canopies or umbrellas or something too. We can absolutely do that, but that's probably a little extra, right?
Have you been out of Brightport that much?
This is only, and she's gonna look around. Can I be completely honest with you? And she's like kind of grinning ear to ear, like she's very excited.
Okay.
This is only the second time that I've been allowed to go this far from home. The
don't
Umaniro,
say.
Yeah, I know it's hard to believe, but the Umaniro trip is going to be the absolute furthest I've been away from home, and I am very excited.
I heard your guy talking a little bit. I didn't mean to, but we're not going to get him in trouble, are we?
Oliver's just protective. He's fine. He won't be in trouble. My father will be fine with it. We just need to get everything done, and I may be able to make a few contacts in the city anyway, and everything will work out fine. Come on, let's go to the woods. Like she's going to start.
Serena.
What?
My name's Zozo.
He's the boss.
I was wrong about you. Look,
she's gonna hold her hand out to like daintily shake Zozo's.
He'll kind of he'll make a show of it. He'll look sideways and then shake it. Like, sorry, it's a little dirty.
Those are very nice gloves, by the way. Those must have cost you a fortune.
Oh, not a gold piece. These came to me.
Oh. Would you mind if I take a look at those at some point?
Oh, please do. I don't even know what they can do, but I can't wait to find out. I'm gonna go start the fire. You can meet me there. Take your things. I just want you to know that I'm appreciative. I want to thank you for helping us getting to Umaniro. When the skies are blackened by her shadow, you will have a place at her side. Guaranteed.
Well, thank you. It's the least I could do. I'm getting a kick out of it, to be honest. This is wonderful. I never get to see this side of the world.
He cracks his knuckles. Things get the most interesting at night. Let's go set up a campsite, shall we?
When Zozo walks away, she's going to turn to the rest of you. Those gloves are very beautiful. They are absolutely dripping with magical energy. So if your friend doesn't know what they do, he might want to be a little careful, because I've seen special order things like that. Our family doesn't. We don't really get into the physical end of artifacts and things, but some of the others do.
They made fireworks. It was kind of pretty.
By the way, just for no reason at all, does the name Garrett Smythe mean anything to you? Just right off the top of my head, no reason at all.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Actually, my father works with a Garrett Smythe.
What a weird coincidence that I should just happen to think of that name for no particular reason. Okay.
I don't think they've spoken in months, but yeah. Is there a message you want me to deliver, or?
Oh no. I've never met the guy. I was asked in passing if I knew him, and I said no. And it's just kind of been just spinning in the old noggin, thinking, Boy, I should really ask about good old Garrett Smythe, but yeah, I don't actually have a message to give him.
Oh, well, if he's
I was
still...
told you travel, so since you travel a lot, have you ever met a Garrett Smythe? And I said, well, I might have met a Garrett Smythe, but you know, you meet a lot of people, they don't always tell you their name. It was a whole thing.
All right,
You remember, cousin. Yeah.
that was thorough. Let's go look for that campfire. Like, she's at this point, it's like, you have thoroughly explained to me how this came up in conversation at another point in time. That was a lovely anecdote the 3 times I heard it. Let's go look for that campfire. Like,
So real quick, Kriv's gonna hand her a note and give her a real deep bow. And in that note, it's basically just saying, you know, thank you, very appreciative for the ride. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate, you know, giving that ride. And then turn over to Olmo because Zozo walked off and writes, "What's the plan?" And then turns it around.
Oh, yeah. And he pulls out his own notebook, because we all have our own now. And he writes out, the nice lady gave, there you go. The nice lady gave us money to stay in an inn, and then let me keep the money, and wants to go camping instead.
you could tell there was no part of her that was like, well, then I need that money back. It was just like, okay, well, it was just like, she's paying you to go camping now. Now it's like, oh, this would be amazing.
She's paying us to go camping with her, and she's going to give us a ride to Umanjiro. We must protect her at all costs. And you know what? He actually writes it out like that.
So he's going to be more, he gets to like, you know, giving us money and like looks confused, slight head tilt, continues reading, didn't ask it back, going camping, and then like quickly looks up at her and then looks back down and then points to it and then just kind of like shake his head a little bit. And he's going to write bath and then just turn it around and then point to himself.
There aren't any baths in a campground.
Could be a river.
Yeah, is there a river?
Let's see if there's a river.
In town, right?
Well, I mean, this would be near town. Like, you guys are going just outside of town.
Cousin, are there any elk at a river nearby?
Oh, and she'll just say, ooh.
just can't.
Elk drink 3.7 gallons of water in a single
Holy shit, that's a lot of...
Amazing!
3 elks in a trench coat are hiding near...
You just stole the idea from my backup character.
Ah, man. I just want to play as the 0.2 elk that is somewhere out there.
That makes sense.
It's delicious.
Elk centaur running around the area.
Can I get give me a D6, and the larger the number, the better the body of water.
Ooh.
If we get a 1, is it just more? Is it just a little pond of piss?
It's kind of like
Yeah,
what?
you
No,
go back
it's water. Well, it's probably more like mud, like a muddy. Like if you scrape off some of that pudding skin off top, there's some water in there.
Would you like to choose a roller, or shall we choose one amongst ourselves?
I think it should be Clover. Clover is our elk finder.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't wait
What was
for
the dice
tomorrow's skill.
Yes.
Give me
6, you
D6. D6.
D6.
Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, well that's a 1, because of course it is.
Yeah.
So you're gonna find Zozo like starting a fire, and then like obviously the sun's kind of set, but the crackling embers are going to illuminate what is essentially a shallow bucket of water, and water's being generous near a tree. It's just like, okie doke, like that's it. You couldn't even fill your canteen up here. Like it's not drinkable. It just isn't that smelly.
how far away are we from town?
I would say, because you're getting some dirty looks from some of the locals. Locals are mostly Warforged, but like, I'd say you're not that far out. But there are like guard towers and walls, so like you're probably like less than a quarter mile away, I'd say.
Okay. Kriv's gonna take some of the money. Write down, I'm going to take a bath. I'll be back. And just walks off towards town.
Oh, you should you can't hear me. Oh, well.
That's all right. He'll find out it won't come off, and he'll come back.
I mean, the good news is the Warforged probably won't be able to smell them, so they'll be like, yeah, whatever, do whatever you want, pal. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's very lucky.
Very lucky.
Nice.
You know what? I think you're rubbing off on them.
I am. I think.
Yeah. It's pretty great.
Serena's going to, after Kriv leaves, so I did whip up some drops, but again, I'm not an herbalist, and I'm barely an apprentice when it comes to magic. Our family mostly works in sales. My father's the conjurer, but this on paper should restore some of your friend's hearing.
Oh, good. That's great. Hopefully he comes back.
Flag me down.
Hopefully he comes
Flag
back.
me down.
Hold on, I'm getting this psychic call. He just went into town to go take a bath. Should I go get him, or should we wait for it?
Your leader seemed very hesitant about giving him anything.
Oh.
I was thinking maybe if we lay down for bed, then this would have time to work, and if it didn't work all that well or took some time, he wouldn't get so discouraged.
Wait, if he's going to go take a bath, should we wait until after his bath so that, like, if he gets his head underwater and, like, do those go in his ear?
The drop, yes. Yeah.
Okay, so we probably should wait until after his bath anyway, then.
Yeah, well, if
underwater.
it doesn't work, at least he's clean, right? Like it's a nice thing. So
That's true.
If he gets to town, takes a bath, and doesn't embarrass himself, then he'll have earned these drops. I will happily hand them to him.
Ryan, roll for bath. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Like, don't.
Don't tempt me to roll the dice, Jason.
Roll for
You
bath.
just hear like comical slide whistles coming from town. Like, whoa, 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 like that. Like that sounds.
The best they can do is a damp rag.
Oh God. So she's going to be like sitting next to the campfire and just kind of like looking around. I didn't know it was this loud.
What do you mean?
I mean, all the chirps and breaks and blah, blah, blah. Like there's a bunch of noise out here. Like I thought away from the city it would be quieter.
Oh, I see what you mean. Well, the good news is if it gets really quiet, that's actually when you know something horrible is about to happen, right? Because all the other animals are like listening for like the big, like the hunters or the predator or what have you. Not always. I mean, sometimes like whatever it is hiding really good. And so like all the animals and bugs and stuff keep making their noise because the predator is actually being super quiet, right? But sometimes the predator's just loud enough that everything like just shuts up so that they can go, we're going to hear when this thing's coming so we can get out of the way. Yeah.
Or sometime everything's dead.
That's true.
Everything. That happens.
What?
So
Has it ever happened to you? Like while you're traveling,
no.
something like that happens?
Oh, we've never died yet.
No, I mean, today was the worst thing that's ever happened to me. I feel terrible.
Oh no!
But
you died today? You're doing
No.
great.
No, I mean the cart, the horses got spooked, and I don't like to see animals in danger. I love your goat, and I'm glad that like it looks fairly fat. It looks like you've been feeding it a lot, and that's fantastic. But like something bad could have happened today. How do you deal with that every day that you're just out?
Oh man, sometimes things just randomly happen. Like back then when I would hang out with my friends and we'd go deep into the woods and then I'd lose them and they'd go back home, but I then would have to climb a tree to find the way back home, and then I'd fall down and I'd break my leg, and then I have to kind of crawl my way back home, and then I run into a wasp bush, and that's not great. Sometimes things just happen.
Yeah.
That's okay though.
Yeah.
It's okay that you broke your leg, and it sounds like your friends
I've
abandoned.
broken my leg a lot.
She's baffled
That
by,
happened.
like, how are you alive? Like, you seem really chipper for this having happened so many times.
Oh, things just happen. But now I have all these lucky things, and things are turning around. I have a bunch of new friends like you, and I have my cousin here, and I'm going on an adventure, and maybe I can go back home.
Well, okay, I have to ask this, and I don't know if this is rude. I've never met any dragonborn. Out and about. I mixed this potion as best I could, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure about your genealogy. I don't know whether to make this stronger or weaker. You're, no offense, you're larger than most people in the city, humans, tieflings, elves. Do you need more medicine? Less? How?
Who could say? Because
Kriv
the
could.
guy, he drank like a lot less of the smelly alcohol thing that the dwarf did, and the dwarf was really small, and then he got really like crazy, and then he went deaf. So maybe size doesn't affect anything, because I think it just hits him harder.
Or probably too much might kill him. So maybe smaller dosage.
Kriv was drinking before the whole thing started, though, so he might have started heavier than he let on. That could have mixed up the whole thing.
Has your friend have a drinking problem for a long time, or is this like something new? Is there something wrong in his life? That have you tried like counseling or something like that?
I mean, as far as I'm aware, he's never had a problem with drinking before. He's whole drink, put down cup, and normally it works out great. I mean, we didn't go drinking all the time. I mean, as a matter of fact, we'd never gone out drinking before at all. But I'd been in the same room with him when he was drinking before. But but that's the first time he ever went deaf because of drinking. We assumed it was drinking.
He's just not over the fact that he's been banished from Orash. He'll get over it.
We weren't banished. Whoa.
You've all been banished.
Whoa.
I've been banished, and I've never been there.
Well, we were sent on a job, man. Whoa. I don't know who told you what, but we were just told, hey, let's get to work, pal. You got to do the thing for our people. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just told by mom to go visit these people and go talk to them, and that she would tell me when to come home. So that means I can go home.
Totally different.
You think Kriv would be drowning himself in alcohol if this was just a little jog and picking up friends?
Well, I've never met him before. I thought that's just what he does in his free time.
It seems to me that, sorry, Serena, this is a little serious, dragonborn conversation, but seems to me that the three of you are just out here trying to go back to Orash, while I'm out here trying to achieve our goal for the goals. What? Sorry, my comment is I'm trying to find how to for the goal's sake.
Well, we were gonna go to do the goal thing, and then you said go back in the direction of Orash to go to the Magic City. So we were actually closer to accomplishing our goal in the first place before you decided, in your esteemed leadership, to head back this way. So as far as I'm concerned, we're following orders right now. And if it doesn't look like our following orders is working out the way you think it should, then maybe the problem is the orders.
Well, we'll find out. If going to the Magic City doesn't work, you can go to the... Now, he's not going to hesitate. He's just going to say, you can go to Aruthamar's cave yourself and just try to talk with a mind-controlled dragon god.
Oh, you think that'll work?
Serena's like, absolutely. Like, one, this has gotten political and her family doesn't talk politics very often. So it's a bit gauche. So like it's like, oh, this is about like color stuff. I don't know anything about dragonborn color stuff. Like this is, so she's gonna kind of pop down, and then after things get heated enough, she's gonna stand up. I'm gonna look for Kriv. Where's Kriv? Kriv's got to be back soon, right?
Like he left like 5 minutes ago to go take a bath.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for him. Like just kind of like let's say while you guys are talking, some time passes, and Kriv's going to eventually get less stinky and come on back.
Is he really less stinky?
I would say it's really hard to muck up getting not mucked up, right? Like it's gotta be like, come on, like it's gotta be. But I need a roll from Ryan for one more thing.
All right.
Because it wouldn't be a pack bound session unless. So she's going to pull Kriv aside and talk kind of slowly and write things down if you need to. But I made some drops for your ear, but I'm not sure if they're going to work. How much do you think you would need? Does medicine usually work for you?
Jason,
Mm-hmm.
because of my work with medicine in the past, would I know roughly kind of what proportion sizes they need to be mixing up?
The problem is this is magical. This is like, it's almost like she's enchanting your ear. So medicine is kind of not the right word.
Okay.
And she's going to make that clear too, where it's like, I enchanted this, but I don't know how good it is. And I don't want to give you too much or too little.
So he'll write down like, okay, well, with medicine, normally it's this conversion rate, but then because of this, let's start with normal. Like whatever is the base. And then he'll basically just like sit down. So he's a little bit more on her level. And then just let her put the drops in.
So these are gonna tingle a little bit. It's gonna feel like a little bitey. Just
okay.
Ride it out. That's only like 5 or 10 minutes. And then she's gonna have you like tilt your head, and she's gonna put a few drops in one ear and then kind of like massage it into your ear. And then like you got a big dragonborn head. So like, you know, her hands are a little small in comparison, and then put the drops in the other ear, and then she's gonna like kind of like sit and wait for like a couple of seconds. Here's the game we're gonna play.
All right, bring it.
I need you to roll a d20. Now what we're shooting for here is in the middle. We're looking for a 10 or 11 right there. And that'll get your hearing back to exactly where it was. It's like 20/20 vision. If you roll too low, it's not going to do much of anything. If you roll too high, you're going to have incredible hearing, like superhuman hearing.
Oh,
and
so
if you roll too high, your head could explode. So let's Just
Oh no!
Woohoo!
Oh no! Don't put that in there.
so all you have to do, Ryan, is just roll a mediocre meat and potatoes, not extreme in any direction. I purposefully made it so
Okay.
that a 1 won't do anything. It won't kill you. It won't do anything. Nothing will happen.
Will.
A 20. Don't you crit.
20 will.
Don't you do it, Ryan.
God,
It's not the
This
number,
will be the
Jason. It's
time.
the result.
no, I'll know what's about to happen.
Yeah. So here's the thing, though. This is the third table that we've tried. I haven't had good solid rolls on any table, so it doesn't matter. Any electronic rolls, we know kind of where it lies. But let's see how this goes.
16.
It was almost a 6, but okay.
So as you're sitting here, like you're going to it's gonna kind of fade in, and you're gonna start to notice things. It's like that was a cricket. I could that chirp chirp chirp. Just you can hear the others arguing over there, and you can she's not really speaking all that much right now, but like you can hear her like she's breathing, and like she's like, okay, like kind of nervous. And then you can hear individual fibers of Cricket's legs rubbing against each other. You can hear her individual heartbeats, and as she takes a breath, you can hear these little fibers that are attached to the inside of your ear. You can hear the air movement. And I think that's a great time for us to stop for the night.
Hey, you're not stinky and you got your hearing back.
Yeah, I got
Yeah, you got super hearing.
So do I get
Gonna hurt.
advantage on hearing perception checks now?
So
Well,
what we're gonna do,
not too much perception.
so it's kind of it's almost Fall of the House of Usher type shit, where yes, stuff far away, you're going to you're going to be an excellent spy. But if someone yells next to you, it's like you're wearing night vision goggles and someone flipped on the lights. Like it's like shit.
Okay,
like
fair.
And you're with Clover.
Yeah.
You and Clover know where like all the elk are because
I'm gonna have to buy just
noise canceling
just something to
headphones.
noise canceling headphones, just little muffins for my ears, just to.
And I had Googled what an elk sounds like, and it's like, it's just like that's what she's gonna be doing.
10 points if you can work that
That's
into the
so
next
good.
session.
please.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. Did not expect that.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a break, everybody. And then we're going to do a super short trivia quiz. But it's going to be a little special tonight because the winner of this trivia contest is going to get to pick the next skill that gets buffed for Mandy.
Oh, nice.
Don't go anywhere, everybody. We'll be right back, and we'll ask a few questions and then see you off on your way.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Here's what's going to happen. You're each going to get asked 4 questions. Whoever's ahead at the end of that is going to be our winner. Now, tonight we're going to be asking questions about comic books. It's comic book trivia. Some of you have a leg up. Some of you might not. We don't know. But here's how we're going to do it. We're going to start with Ryan G, then move on to Xavier, Mandy, and then Ryan H. Are you guys ready?
Let's do it.
Sure.
Mr. Garner. What year was the first modern comic book printed?
Jesus.
$62.
We're looking for 1933. 1933.
Ooh, my mental guess was actually very close. Damn. Nice.
Xavier.
Yes.
The Human Torch was one of the first characters from which comic imprint?
Comic imprint?
Company.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh shit. That's that a different name? Is that
We were
Marvel?
looking for Bill Pullman, actually. Bill Pullman.
Is it Marvel or was it another name back then? Is it even Marvel? It's not DC, right? It's Marvel.
Can't tell you.
Is it? I'm saying Marvel.
Marvel? It's Marvel. It's Marvel, everybody.
Yay.
Yeah. That is 1 point for Xavier. Xavier's on the board. Mandy. Peter Parker lives in a cruddy apartment on what street in New York City?
The street.
Yeah, street's a bit specific.
It's Jones Street.
Christie Street. I had no idea. I don't.
Christie?
Christie. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
weird.
Mr. Haywood. In
Hello.
which comic did Wonder Woman make her first appearance?
Sensational Comics.
All-Star Comics. We were looking for.
Damn it.
These are fucking hard. Holy shit. Like,
Yeah.
oh, the Ryan.
Hit me.
Superman is the most famous DC Comics character. What is his real name?
Real. Oh, shit.
Primarily, we're looking for his Kryptonian name.
Yeah, I know people are going to be screaming at it right now.
Jerry Seinfeld, who we know listens, is just screaming at you the actual name.
I bet there's a good 70% right now are screaming at me, but
Yeah.
I don't remember it.
Don't look
Only
at the chat.
internally. Only internally. That's just.
Yeah, I know.
By the way, did you guys see that Unreal Engine 5 mock-up someone did for a Superman game where it's so fucking gorgeous. Make it. Stop making Batman shit and make it. Make one Superman thing before I fucking die. One. Anyway, sorry. What's Cal? Sorry. I almost gave you the fucking answer.
No, I
Yeah.
already told you.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't
It's
I
Kal-El.
don't
We're looking for
remember.
Kal-El.
That's what I
And how dare you besmirch the N64 Superman game like that?
You know what the saddest thing is? The closest they got is that Superman Returns game where Metropolis had a health bar, but then you spend 90 hours just beating up droids to get to Metallo for no fucking reason. It just sucks. It sucks. Fucking 400 Batman games. Just give me one. You even made that shitty Gotham City Imposters. Give me one. One. Anyway.
There's no strong feelings about that at all.
Xavier, who
Yes.
wrote the original Spider-Man comics?
Oh damn! What's the name?
I don't know.
I know the name. It's a little funny. It's a little funny. And it's not Stan Lee. It's because we were talking about his estate recently. Kirby? Someone Kirby?
The little pink guy?
No, it's just a different way to spell it or something.
No,
I can't recall it.
You're saying Jack Kirby.
Jack Kirby. Is that half
Yeah.
a point?
No, because
Yeah,
it's
I
Stan
think
Lee.
Oh, okay.
no.
It was
Okay, that makes
it's just
That makes sense.
oh man. Let's see. Mandy, who is the superhero that is also known as the Man of Steel?
Superman.
Thank you. Yes,
No, I don't know this, Jason.
It's a spectrum of difficulty.
it is. It really is.
It's different from
Mandy,
the.
are you going to be
what
picking your own
Yeah.
skill?
But what street address does Superman's mom live on during the
Yeah.
1 week when Superman was 23, where she had an
Oh,
apartment in
God.
Metropolis?
Where was the corner or the intersection that he fought his first villain inside the city.
Oh God, so easy.
Oh my god.
How many necks has movie Superman broken by now, do you think? Like snapped them like twigs. Like he started with
Like-
the Kryptonian, but I mean, I bet he's down to like dogs and shit now, right? Like that version of Superman's pretty fucking. Like he was going in to testify in front of the Supreme Court, but he had to kill like 3 stray cats before he went in because he felt real sad. What? Fucking Zack Snyder. Ryan, what year was the first Iron Man movie released?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Once upon a time, I could tell you the exact year. Well, let's see. We're 10 years from the first Avengers movie. How many years was it between the first Avengers movie and the first Iron Man movie?
I don't know.
I don't. Well, let's say that'd be 2012. So that'd be. I'm gonna say 2009.
2008 is the year we were looking for. Yeah. Mr. Garner, when did Comic-Con start?
Ooh.
They have an exact date. I'll be happy with a year.
I mean, I won't even be able to get you that.
Shit.
86? I don't know.
19,
No clue.
1970.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah, that's shocking.
Yeah. SDCC is old.
I'm gonna guess that it was a slightly smaller affair when it started.
Yeah.
They used to sell comic
Xavier.
books of those.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. Xavier, what is the real name of the Green Goblin?
Jeez, I already forgot.
What's his? Norman. Oh, what's that? I know that last name.
McDonald.
Osborn. Norman Osborn.
Norman Osborn. Xavier
Good
shoots
job.
ahead with 2 whole points. Mandy, who is Elvis Presley's favorite superhero? There's a spectrum of
What?
difficulty.
Oh gosh.
You fell on the opposite end this time.
Who would Elvis Presley like? Batman.
Captain Marvel Jr. That is so
That
specific.
is-
That explains the jumpsuits. I knew that one. I forgot it though.
Mean.
Wow.
That
That's
is
why I started wearing
so-
that jumpsuits that looked like that
Oh,
because it
Is
was
it for
patterned
real?
after
God.
Captain Marvel Jr.
I didn't even know that was a thing, but okay.
Yeah.
I need to.
Mr. Haywood, what is the name of Iron Man's loyal assistant?
Pepper Potts.
Pepper Potts. They're a little more than boss and assistant, but hey, yeah, whatevs. Okay, I'm gonna get a little more specific because this question is worded. This question's worded silly. Mr. Garner, at the end of the Incredible Hulk movie, what does Tony tell Thaddeus Ross?
Who the heck is Thaddeus Ross?
General Thunderbolt Ross? Catch up,
Suck
Mandy.
on these lemons.
He said, no. They're putting together a team. It was the first hint that there was a larger, after the Nick Fury thing. It's like, oh no, they're gonna keep going with this. Well, I thought the Nick Fury thing, and originally it's like, yeah, whatever, and it's like, no, wait, there's these things carry over. There's a canon. It's amazing. Anyway.
I like my quote better.
And then they went on to ignore that particular movie as much as possible.
I like
didn't
that
see it.
movie. That when Bronski walks up to the fucking Hulk and starts talking shit and gets kicked into a tree, that is the best scene in Marvel cinematic history. I will stand by that. Go back and watch it. He gets kicked into a fucking tree. It is amazing. I understand Ed Norton's hard to deal with, but kicked into a tree. Xavier,
Yes.
what's Batman's real name?
Son of a bitch.
Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne is correct with 3 points.
That's
Honestly,
I don't feel good about this.
you got a pretty solid lead, honestly. If Mandy or Ryan don't get these questions correct, it's a game over, basically. Mandy, what comic did Green Lantern first appear in?
Green Lantern.
You would think so. All-Star Comics, or All-American Comics. Sorry, All-American Comics was, yeah.
How?
It's trick questions like that. Like, when did Superman debut? It was an Action Comics,
not all
not
Detective Comics.
Yeah.
It's
And
they
then it's
had
like-
so.
Which Green Lantern is it? Alan Scott? Is it Hal Jordan?
Oh, this would be.
Is
This
it
would
Kyle
be.
Rayner?
Be Scott.
It ain't Kyle Rayner. We know that.
No,
it
it's,
would
it's,
be.
it's Alan
No.
Scott based on the answer.
Yeah, it'd be. I'm afraid of wood.
Yeah.
Fucking Tinker
Are you
Toys take
talking
him
about
out.
yourself now? Never mind.
I'm deeply afraid of wood. Like deeply
One splinter and
afraid.
it's a bad day. Yeah.
Oh, I was talking about
So are you
erect
afraid every
penises.
morning,
That's what I.
or-
Yeah,
Okay,
that's.
yeah,
I
yeah.
was. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. I.
Me too.
Mr.
Please, I would like someone to clip that for me so I have a new ringtone. Thank you.
The silence and then me too, like the soft bit.
That was beautiful.
You win the evening, Mandy. Like,
You can choose your own skill.
yeah, you know what? I'm disregarding all these points on the board. Fuck all this. Like, Mr. Haywood,
Hello,
who would you call if Mr. Freeze attacked?
Mr. Freeze. Well, if it was Captain Cold, it would be Batman, but it's Mr. Freeze. No, I'm sorry. If it was Captain Cold, it'd be the Flash, but it's Mr. Freeze, so it'd be Batman.
That is correct. So you're the only person. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. I'd ball my fist at you. Ryan, I'm going to ask you a follow-up question. If you get this right, we would have one more rotation. No one else has a chance of catching up. So here we go.
Yeah,
Who is the superhero twin brother of the Scarlet Witch?
You're asking me that question.
Yes, I am asking you that question.
That would be Pietro Maximoff, also known as Quicksilver.
Oh, I was looking for Peter. His name is Peter in the movies. I'm sorry. That is incorrect, technically, based on the newest. And I'm kidding.
He's gonna reach through and throttle you.
I know what you're afraid of now, Jason.
I said erect penises earlier. I said, But that's a weakness where you got to be careful when you approach me with it, because you can't come at me at the lobby of like a con or something. Like you can't, we'll both get in trouble. So
I thought it was like a situation like, no, you come at me and this is the time. I'm not afraid. I'm going for it. I'm like, no.
oh no, the elevators. Like you know what I mean? Like it's what.
Oh no, Ryan, not again.
Curses, Ryan.
It wasn't me. It was not me.
I have like 15 more jokes, and I shouldn't. Let me. Okay, so that means I get to ask. We're in sudden death.
Yeah.
Death.
Okay, here we go. Xavier,
Yes.
what's Superman's weakness?
Kryptonite.
It is kryptonite. This is mean.
Or magic.
Okay.
Or
This
no
is
sun.
Well, yes, eventually, because his cells soak up cell. It's unless you're
He's
going
really
by
very-
like All-Star Superman, where he has too much sun and then he has basically cellular cancer.
I guess cancer would be, yeah.
Yeah,
Cancer is
it's
Superman's
just
weakness.
he gets like super melanoma basically. So,
What the hell is happening?
Ryan, how did Spider-Man get his powers? Okay, these are both.
He was bit by a radioactive spider when he was on a field trip at school.
It is true. Xavier. In the Spider-Man movie, Uncle Ben said something to Peter. Fill in the blank. With great power comes great
responsibility.
Jesus Christ. This is mean. So, oh man, here we go. Okay, Ryan.
Oh no.
This is a slightly tougher question, but it's not. It's like a 5 out of 10.
Okay.
Who killed Thomas and Martha Wayne?
Oh,
I mean,
We're not
they've
talking
answered
about the
that-
movies.
I was gonna say they've answered that differently like 30 times. It's usually Joe Chill.
Joe Chill is correct. We're not talking about like the weird 1989 Batman backstory. We're not talking. It's just that. So we're still tied. Woo. Okay, Xavier.
Yes.
What is the name of Wonder Woman's mother?
Oh, this is it.
Here we go.
That's
Yeah.
a stop. Is it?
You got this.
Does it end with Paxton?
Oh yeah, right. Is it? Oh man, is it one of the Greek goddesses? I don't even know them.
Dude, you got this. Infinite quiz. You can do this.
Hold on a second. Which one? No. I'm just gonna say, is it Hera, the wife of Zeus?
Hippolyta. We were looking for Hippolyta on that one.
Oh, no chance.
Oh man. Oh man. What a glow up, by the way, from Wonder Woman to come from like weird fetish origins, and then like it's the origin of Wonder Woman's fascinating. Like go. There's a
Have you
wonderful
ever watched the
documentary about it.
movie? Yeah.
Yeah, the
Dr.
guy who came up
Marston
with
and the
it.
Wonder Woman or something like that.
Yes. So the guy who came up with him was just a fetishist who was into like S&M and stuff, but like couldn't tell anybody. So he made like, it's so weird. So anyway,
wow.
Good job.
and then we get
You
Wonder
did it.
Woman. Yeah, you did. Ryan,
Hello.
what African country is Nakia operating in a spy before T'Challa arrived and brought her back to Wakanda? That is the most specific. What African country is Nakia operating in as a spy
Yeah.
before T'Challa? Yeah.
Yeah, don't freeze. Yeah.
Oh, we
Boy,
still
I
got
can
a tie,
visualize
don't we?
everything about it. I can visualize the whole thing. Tanzania.
Nigeria. We were looking for it. We're still tied, baby.
It goes on.
Damn.
Infinite quiz.
Xavier.
Yes, comic books. Hit me.
Okay. Who is the villain of Thor: The Dark World? You know, the movie that was neuralized out of our consciousness as a country, and
Never watched it.
no one gives a fuck about it.
It was like a dark elf or something.
What was that dark elf's name?
Yeah.
Who was never mentioned before or after that particular movie?
Yeah. Is it Norse mythology? Can I lift that knowledge from God of War?
Sure.
I'm gonna say Legolas.
Malekith.
Okay.
Malekith. We were looking for Malekith. Ryan,
Yes.
who said this? Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men?
The shadow.
The shadow knows. Correct! We have a winner!
Nice.
Oh.
Well done. It's a nice, clean answer.
Oh, it was good stuff. All right. So, as discussed, you get to eat clover in the next episode.
I'd like you to
Gobble right
rephrase
up.
that, please.
No.
No, then
You
she's
get
gonna
to
be screaming, which will hurt my ears. so-
you get to eat her, and then you gain her power. Like
Oh.
yeah. That is a new mechanic this
I
arc.
like
If you
it.
eat your party members, you gain their power. It's like a cell phone game. We're merging them. That's what.
Wow.
So then you get
Don't
a 2-star.
Tell Zozo.
No.
Oh God! Oh no!
Catch and Crunch went rogue.
No,
Well,
no, cousin.
thank you everybody for hanging out with us. I'm going to get out of your way and let Mandy say goodbye to everybody and tell everyone where they can see more of our stuff and support the show. This is unedited. This is going right out over the credits. This is
Excellent.
gold.
Dare you,
Yes.
Jason? Okay. So, thank you for watching, everybody. I hope this week that you are listening while we had it on our Twitch stream. You know, we got to watch every Sunday night. Is it every Sunday night? Every Sunday night.
Saturday.
7 Eastern.
Nope. It's Saturday. It is Saturday.
Wait, this is Sunday. Oh, it's released. Sorry, I had it closed. Okay. Roll back.
Oh no, no.
Oh,
Just
God.
keep.
Okay, well,
no.
we have it on Twitch every Saturday, 7 Eastern time. Come watch with us. Everybody likes to make comments and we make fun of people, but we don't because we love each other and we support each other. Great. But you know, if you don't catch us next time, please. And check us out on our social media. We have monthly giveaways on Twitter. And please make sure to check out our Patreon because it's great. All right. Bye, guys.
Nailed it.
Perfect.
Top to bottom.
Nailed it.
You nailed it. Flawless.
Love
Flawless victory. Let's
Mhm.
Guys.
Intro was better.
I feel like things are back on track. Like seriously, I've had a couple of these now. The 5e sessions are better. I don't know what it is, but like it feels better. Like it just
It was-
maybe I'm more
It was
comfy. I don't know.
Fun episode. Maybe you've got something off your back.
It's
that's
a familiar
allowing
warm
you
blanket.
to
Yeah, it is a fluffy blanket that caresses us gently.
Wait, what kind of blankets
Love.
do you get?
I don't know. If it's satin, it would kind of go. It has that like feeling.
So you have to let us know where you get your blankets first of all, because I want that.
No, so I had a satin cover once,
Uh-huh.
like for my bed. It was the worst thing
Oh,
because it would just
Oh.
fall off of you in the middle of the night.
I was.
because it caresses you.
It loved you too much, so much that it had to fall off because it was too much even
It
for the
must be
blanket.
free.
No, it just, and then when you have the satin sheets,
Yeah.
if you have satin shorts,
you
you just
fall
like
off the-
slip and slide everywhere. Exactly.
Slip and slide. That sounds like a kinky thing.
It can be.
Nice.
If you want to, start throwing your partner everywhere, you could do it.
Are they? Do
Very
they stay
easy.
nice and cool?
They do. That was the reason why I
Wait.
tried it. Like I got one pair to try that because I get very hot.
Are you asking if the sheets stay nice and cool, or if when your
Yeah.
partner's being slipped and sliding thrown across the bed, if they stay cool? Because
Yes.
Okay.
I got to return this
I was thinking
broccoli.
fitting.
So I'm gonna. It's so hot.
I forgot all
Yeah,
the broccoli.
it is kind of thawed, honestly. So I'm gonna go.
We'll eat it.
Ew.
Having broccoli for dinner.
Ew, you're the one with broccoli in your lap, weirdo.
Give it to me.
It was near my butt, actually. So.
Well, there you go.
Worse.
No, just my bag.
bag.
Yeah, it's in a bag.
Yeah.
And my butt's in underwear and stuff. So, like, you
Uh-huh.
I
know,
don't know.
There's
They're
layers.
cooties.
there's like 6 degrees of separation.
Yeah,
like, it's nice.
Mm.
We have
I
to let
would eat
Jason
your
take care of
broccoli.
his.